Hello everyone, welcome back. As I said in my previous video, we are going to be going ahead and continuing this declutter series, and next is dun, 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 concealers. So if you want to know what concealers are staying and what concealers are going, you know what to do. Stay tuned, keep on watching. Moving on. Okay, so these are the drugstore concealers. First of all, as I was placing these items in here, I'm like, wait a minute, this is not a concealer. This is a foundation stick, but this is the Ulta Beauty Moisturizing Complexion Stick. It's like a lightweight foundation stick. As you can see, I've been really loving this and liking it, so I'm keeping this, but this isn't a concealer. We'll just add that to the keep pile for the foundation. I am parched from talking so much. I got these cups, I think they were $5 in Target. It was in their little bullseye section. Get two. I don't know how long I'll keep the wood lid. It comes with like a plastic straw, but these glasses, they're glass and they have like the ridgy ridge. They're just so cute. I don't know if Target still sells them, but it was a deal. So these are the drugstore concealers. I have more concealers. I feel like I have more on the higher end side. I did do a declutter not so long ago on my concealers, so I feel like they're not too bad, but we can maybe possibly get rid of some. So this is the Sephora Acne Treatment Cream Concealer. It's a Be Dark. And I will say that I don't really reach for it all that often, so I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. I do actually like this IRL Filter Finish Concealer. It's like a soft matte from Makeup Revolution. I feel like I fell off the wagon a little bit with their brand, and so I'm going to get ahead and keep her. So we're going to put her on the keep side. This concealer is seriously one of my favorite concealers from the drugstore. The Joa Serum Concealer is also a favorite of mine that I used up, and I haven't repurchased because that was the concealer that I just used literally all the time. So I can see myself repurchasing in the future when I don't have as many, but this is almost done. So of course I'm going to keep her and finish her up. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this Sephora Best Skin Ever Full Coverage Multi-Use Concealer. I was really excited when they came out with this concealer. The only thing is though, is I just can't find my right shade. This is my second one that I bought, 17.5, and I still feel like it's a bit dark. I do like my concealers to be a little bit lighter, just to give me a little bit of brightness, not too much. I don't know. So I was swatching them in store as well when I bought this, and I didn't want it too light, and so I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it though, because it's just still not the right shade and I don't reach for it. I actually been liking the e.l.f. hydrating concealer. I feel like I originally was like a little iffy about it, and then I rebought it and I've been using it and I actually like it, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. Maybe the last one that I had was just like a funky one or too old, I don't know. Something that is an automatic keep as well is the True Match Serum Concealer. This is such a good concealer, guys. I am not like, I understand this is serum concealer. For me, it's not too serumy. Like, it's good. And it dries down. It doesn't crease on me. It dries down a good amount. Like, I still set it, but like if I didn't want to and I put like a little bit, I don't know. I feel like it's a pretty good concealer. I really like it, and I can see myself rebuying this. So I'm going to keep. It's nowhere near being finished, but I'm already talking about rebuying it. So that should say something. If I want more fuller coverage, the Infallible up to 24-hour wear full coverage concealer is a good one as well. So I'm going to go ahead and keep these two. I'm going to pass this one along. This one was just way too light. It's in the shade Light 030. I feel like it was a nice concealer, but it's just way too bright. It's just way too light. When concealers are this light on me, they almost do the opposite, and they will like bring out the darkness in a way. They look kind of gray. I think that's the thing, is they look too gray, and then they just emphasize the dark circles. So this is a nice concealer. It sucks that I grabbed the wrong shade and went as light as I did. It's just so hard to tell in stores with their lighting. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. This is fairly new, so hopefully someone else can get some use out of that. I still reach for this, not as often as I did, but I do still reach for it. It's the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint. I do like to wear this still on days where I don't want to wear that much makeup, or I just need a little bit of help. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it. And then this is the Incognito All Day Full Coverage Concealer. I remember really liking this concealer. And then for whatever reason, I think it was because it was old, I got rid of it and then I rebought it. And so I'm going to just try to reach for it more. I can't say if I still love it as much as I used to because I don't reach for it as often. Literally the ones that I reach for all the time on the drugstore is this one right here. So once she's finished, I will probably lean towards another one. But yeah, so I'm going to try to like use her a little bit more. So I'm going to keep. And then this is the Best Skin Ever Glow Multi-Purpose Concealer. I'm going to go ahead and keep this because I reach for this when I want to brighten up my concealer a little bit more or just add some more brightness. There's like fuzzy stuck to the label. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and keep her. So that wasn't the greatest declutter because for a drugstore, we're only getting rid of 3, which I'm not totally upset about because completely honest, like I didn't have that many to begin with, you know? So I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drugstore and getting rid of 3. This is where mama needs Jesus, okay? First of all, my makeup looks used and abused, but I don't care. I'm not sorry for that because I use my makeup, you know? So I will wipe it down and clean it up, especially if I get rid of anything. It just keeps going and going. Yeah, I have way more high-end concealers than I do drugstore. Altogether, I had 11 drugstore. Well, if you want to count the corrector, 11, 12, 13. So 13 drugstore concealers. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have 20 high-end. So definitely a bigger number regardless. So let's get a little cutthroat here, okay? This is not high-end, but I forgot to include it in the drugstore side, but this is from W7. I bought a lot of their makeup because it just looked a bit dupish and I wanted to test it out. I'm gonna go ahead and give you these. This looks like it was melting in the sun and it really hasn't. It's just the way that it is. So I'm going to go ahead and just maybe pass her along. Maybe someone else might enjoy her, but she's just very orange. It's a color corrector. We're going to go ahead and say goodbye. This one and this one, they're both my favorite. This one is the Becca. Becca is now a Smashbox and Becca because I guess Smashbox kind of kept this line for Becca. And then this one is the e.l.f. They're both so good. I do feel like Becca is a little bit more juicier, but I don't know, I think I reach for the e.l.f. a little bit more because of that, but I still like them both. This one is in the shade medium. I feel like I should have gotten the shade light, but I didn't want it to be too light on me, but I don't know. I thought that the shade in the bottle, it looks actually a little bit more lighter than what it actually does, but I'm going to keep it. I'm going to try to use her up. So these are going to be keeps. This is a match to the foundation that we are getting rid of. It's the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. She's not very brightening on me because she is the same shade, first of all, as the foundation. So that just in general just doesn't work. But MG5, and she's just dark. Okay, she's just a darker concealer. And so, especially for concealer, like, no, okay, I cannot have dark under eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that one. Okay, even in the summertime when I have a tan, she's still not working out for me. One that I reach for pretty often, she's used, okay, but this is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. She's my baby. I love her so much. I do reach for her a lot, so I'm keeping. Dominique Cosmetics, not even a question. I'm keeping these concealers. I do like reaching for them when I am like doing a lighter look. I do have 2 shades, a winter and a summer shade, but I have Milky Almond and Café con Leche. So we have these 2 shades. So I like these concealers and I will not get rid of them, okay? I refuse. Something that I will get rid of is this one right here. It looks like it would be a good shade for me, but girl, when I take this out, it is like so yellow. Like it almost matches the cap. I'm like, what's going on here? So I was excited to try this concealer, but I can't even tell you if I like it or not because the color is just so distracting. It literally makes my under eyes look yellow. This is the shade 04 Neutral. Honey, that's not neutral. That's not neutral. That is yellow. Okay, so I'm gonna pass that along. Another concealer that got lots of love for me, that will continue to stay in my collection and get lots of love, is the Hourglass I keep wanting to say foundation concealer. This one's in the shade Fawn. I really do like this, and we'll continue to keep it. This is just the same as the foundation. I want to continue to try it out and see. I feel like I haven't reached for it, but when I wore this with the foundation, I'm telling you, my makeup looked so bad. So I'm gonna continue to give this a try. I see people using it and liking it, and I'm like, what is going on with me and my under eyes? We'll continue to try this out, but it's more like a maybe, you know. It's a maybe. Yeah, I'm literally gonna, I promise you, I'm gonna clean all these up before I put them back, okay? But this is the Clinique Even Better All Over Concealer and Eraser. This one is like a really, really good one too. I really do like this one. And this one I like because it does set under the eyes without setting it. Like you just have to dab it a little bit and then you're good. So for me, this works out wonderful, and I will continue to probably purchase this when it's all done and empty. But I'm gonna keep that one too. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this concealer. This concealer I got in a BoxyCharm box. It's the Super Serum Silk Concealer, and it's in the shade Light 2. And I don't know, this concealer, first of all, it's a bit dark. It doesn't look light at all. It's not brightening enough for me, and I feel like it was breaking up a lot. It also dries super, super fast. You need to work pretty fast with it, but yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along. This is another concealer that I actually liked, and I was like kind of surprised, but this is the Kylie Jenner Power Plush Longwear Concealer. I really actually like this formula, so I'm gonna keep it because I do reach for it pretty often. I couldn't reach for it in the summertime because it was too bright, too light, but now that it's wintertime, I can wear it again. This is the Shape Tape Concealer. I feel like I really like this concealer, but it's too dark for me. This is in the shade 35 Neutral. This isn't creamy, is it? This is the normal one. Yeah, I would love to try it in like my shade, but the shade is just way too dark for me, as you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along too, which makes me kind of sad, because I've always wanted to try the Shape Tape, but I feel like I haven't been able to try it to its full potential because it's just not the right shade. Oh, I'm keeping the House Labs. When I found out that she was coming out with this concealer, you know how fast I jumped on that Sephora site and ordered it. So yeah, we're keeping that. This is the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer from Charlotte Tilbury. I feel like Charlotte Tilbury just has a place in my heart. I love her brand. I just love her brand. It's a brand that it's worth the splurge in my opinion. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. It's not like my top favorite concealer, but it's like I would like to see myself like use a lot of it up. This is a really good one as well. It's from Huda Beauty Full Filter Concealer. This one is a really good one. This one's in the shade Coconut Flakes 2.7 Neutral. I really do like this one too, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. I haven't really tried this one out yet to its full potential. This one is the KVD, I think it's the Good Apple Concealer. I don't even know. I don't know what it's called. But I feel I don't remember trying this concealer, to be honest. So it looks nice. It's obviously nowhere near as dark as the Tarte. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try, see how I feel about that concealer. This is a concealer. It's from Rem Beauty. I would say if I was strictly just going to put this on my under eyes, I don't know, since I'm like just dry, I don't really like this on my under eyes. I'm going to try to put this like on top of scars or pimples that I might want to cover, you know, put it on there. It's a thicker concealer. I feel like it would be good for that. Under the eyes though, I mean, there are days where it's okay and then there's other days where it's not the best. So I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to put it on my face versus my under eyes and see how that works. I'm gonna say these and these are like I'm gonna keep, but they're like kind of like maybes, you know. The Glowish Bright Light Sheer Concealer. This one is another concealer that's good to brighten up your under eye if you feel like your under eye is still but not as bright as you want, or you just want like a sheer coverage look that day. I feel like I haven't tried this enough to say like I absolutely love it or I don't. So I'm gonna continue to like work with it and see. This is a really nice concealer. Okay, I really like this concealer. The only thing is that, again, I got it in the wrong shade. And so this is in the shade Pecan, and it's not like the worst shade ever, but you can tell it's not as dark as the Tarte, but you can see how it's not as light either. So like if we compare my NARS, you see how it's like in this category here. Like I do like a brighter under eye, just not like crazy brightness. Do you see how the ones that I reach for are like in the middle? So I do like it. It just has to be more of a summer concealer for me than a winter, because it's just too dark in the wintertime. But I do really like the formula. So this is a Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer. I feel like this concealer, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I kind of want to keep it, but I also feel like it's just a bit too yellow for my liking. I don't know. I definitely don't reach for it as much as my NARS. So I feel like that's going to have to go in the maybe as well. These are the maybes. Okay, we're going to play with them a little bit more and see if we want to keep them or not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the keeps. Okay, I'm going to clean them up. They're going to look nice and pretty before they go back, I promise. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're keeping 12 out of the high-end side. Kind of get rid of the e.l.f. one, but 11 technically out of the high-end side. So we're getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're getting rid of 8. Am I happy with that? No. But I also am not going to like force myself to get rid of stuff that I really don't want to get rid of just for like the video. I'm being completely honest, completely transparent. So yeah, we might have more added to the collection of getting rid of, but I don't know enough. I can't remember how I feel about them, or I want to use them a little bit more and give them a fair chance. So we're not going to get rid of them yet. But okay guys, as promised, as you can see, they are all nice and clean. Okay, I told you I was gonna clean them up. They looked crusty, but that's okay. That means they were used and loved. But yeah, they're all clean now. All right, that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys enjoyed declutters, there will be more coming. Not sure which category I want to do next, but just know another one is coming. We still have blushes, bronzers. I might have to split up cream and powder, bronzers and blushes, because I feel like I have a little bit too many of both. And then highlighters, lippies. So we still got some to go through. So stay tuned. If you are not part of the fam yet, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as that notification bell. That way you will get notified every single time I upload a new video.